we were discussing how speaking about emunah, speaking about faith, is a way to give expression to that which already exists deep inside of us. The actual speaking, enunciating, talking about emunah. Now this comes out in many different ways. First of all, the Rambam Maimonides writes that for him, one of the most beloved and cherished, activities that he enjoyed was speaking about emunah. Just to speak about it is something that is very precious in the life of a Jew. But there's much more than just the actual speaking about it. First of all, there exists in the Jewish holidays, there's a famous Jewish holiday called Pesach, called Passover. Passover was when the Jewish people were redeemed from Egypt, and that began their trek into the land of Israel. Ultimately, it took 40 years, but they began their trek across the desert into Israel. First, they encountered the Yam Suf, the splitting of the sea, and then they were brought to Har Sinai, to Sinai, where they received the Torah. And this night, called the night of Passover, is also known as Leil HaSeder, the Seder night, when there's other people who call it the night of questions, when we eat matzah, and we have maror, the bitter herbs. This is a very, very fundamental holiday. In essence, the Sfarim write that this is a celebration of the Jewish nation, meaning this is the birth of the Jewish nation. Now, when they exit the tumah, the impurity of the Egypt and the Egyptian nation, and they are being led to be the people of God, the people of the Torah, into the desert, this is the celebration and the recognition of the people of Hashem, the Jewish people, as people of faith in God. They entered a desert, they entered a land with no water, they entered with no food, there was wild animals, there was absolutely nothing, and they followed God into the desert. This is the holiday of emunah, of belief. And so, on the first night, which is the Leil HaSeder, on the night of the Seder, we find a very interesting phenomenon. We find that we encourage people and children to ask questions. As is famous, there's the Manishtana, the 4 questions that the children ask the father. And there are other things that are done specifically, strange things that we do to encourage children to ask. We want them to say, Dad, what are you doing? Tati, what is that? Why do you dip this and that? Why do you lean over here? And the reason we're doing this is to get them to ask. What's so important about asking? What's so important about questions? The answer is use the mouth, speak, give expression to your belief, even your questions, which will lead to answers, which will bring out the faith that we are celebrating tonight. Kol hamar b'lesaper b'yitzias Mitzrayim, one who exceedingly talks about the exit from Egypt, the exodus from Egypt, harei ze meshubach, he is very praiseworthy. What that means is talk, give expression, let it out, let that emunah shine, because it's there, even in the smallest of children, to the oldest, to the elder great-grandfather, it's all there. You just need to talk. You need to let it out. This is one of the messages of Pesach. There's actually, in Kabbalah, it's written that Pesach is really 2 words. Peh, which means your mouth. Sach, which means talk. Pesach, the mouth talks. Give expression, allow your mouth to talk, because it will help you reveal what's deep inside. It will help you learn more, internalize, and uncover the emunah that exists. So this is one of the proofs that we have about the power of emunah, specifically connected to the power of speech. There's another, also related to the Exodus from Egypt, there's another aspect. Moshe Rabbeinu, the leader of the Jewish people, Moses, who led the Jews out of Egypt, had a speech impediment. He could not speak well. And when God told him at the burning bush, at the sneh, that I want you to be the one, like Uncle Sam, I want you to be the one to take out the Jewish people from Egypt. You would think, after all, Moshe was a lover of his brothers. He went out, even when he was living in the palace of Pharaoh, he went out to help his brothers, to see his brothers. He loved Jews. And when God told him, this is it, you're going to be the one, you take them out, this is the moment you've all been waiting for, Moshe said, well, I don't know, I don't speak very well. Now, he'd been living for 80 years, it never seemed to get in the way, to interfere with his day-to-day living, and all of a sudden his speech impediment was a problem. Why? And the answer is because he knew that with the power of speech, he was going to reveal the hidden, the deep, already clusters of impurity and filth, and also of depression and persecution and hardship, covered up the Jewish heart from its faith. And he had to penetrate it. He had to break through all of that to reveal the hidden depth, the hidden emunah. And part of that comes out through the mouth, as we said. The koach hadibur, speaking, helps you reveal, to uncover that emunah. And Moshe Rabbeinu was afraid that he couldn't do it. Not because he didn't want to do it, but because he felt that if one of the ways to reveal the depth, reveal the faith that lies in the Jewish heart is specifically through the power of speech, he said, I'm impaired. I can't do it. I won't be able to zero in, to penetrate through all that difficulty and zero in on that Jewish faith in the heart. And Hashem told him, wherever you go and whatever you say, I will be with your mouth. One of the explanations of that, what he meant was, not that I will help you, but that I'm already there. Don't worry, Moshe Rabbeinu. The belief in God already exists. You don't need to teach them something new. You need to reveal something that they already have. You need to help them uncover it, but you don't need to brainwash them or convince them. It's already there. So this is, once again, the power of speech specifically to help us rediscover the emunah, the belief, the faith that we have inside, to help us remove the layers that exist on top of the heart. This is one of the things that the koach hadibur, the pesach, the mouth that talks, helps us with. So many times you will find that just speaking about faith, just speaking about belief, is something that will help you. I don't want to use the word come to terms, that's a bad word. Not come to terms, but it will help you learn the role, or it will help you re-internalize or realize what already exists, that you're a believing individual, that you have faith, that it's in there. This is something that we will continue, Bezrat Hashem, in the next segment.